to www.expressvpn.com right now. The first thing that you'll notice is that they're running a 30-day money-back guarantee, and that's great as it will really allow anyone to try out the service risk-free. The website seems to have expanded its appeal to a wider audience by explaining why it's beneficial to have a VPN service, and for example, speed is very important these days. And there's plenty of VPNs out there that don't quite offer the best of speeds. And with ExpressVPN, you'll be able to watch videos or even browse the internet with fast speeds and anonymously. You'll also be able to unblock websites or even apps that may be censored or blocked in your area or your region. ExpressVPN offers their service on all of the major platforms such as Windows and Mac and iOS, even Android and Linux operating systems. It's running on an SSL secure connection with 256-bit encryption. That's what's considered to be best in its class. And what I really think is great is their round-the-clock customer support service, and the live chat button is usually sitting down here in the corner. It was just there a moment ago, but I refreshed the page and it's gone. It's also pretty early in the morning, so it may be just switching shifts or so. It's also offered in more locations. There's more than 100 actual VPN locations, and they're adding to it across 78 different countries. That's incredible. And again, the money-back guarantee. Now let's head back up to the top so I can show you the rest of the website real quick. Then we'll go into the pricing. Let's click on the Take a Tour link right up here at the top. Now, for those of you who aren't quite sure how a VPN service works, they've outlined it here in a pretty simple and visual way. Also, why you would want one in the first place is really because it all draws down to unblocking websites or uncensoring services, hiding your tracks from hackers, and protecting yourself from governments, corporations, and even your own internet service providers. And there's even a video here further down the page that really explains it in a nice visual way. You can watch that video. It's important to note here on the page that it protects not only your web browser, but also your emails, your Skype conversations, your online banking, and everything that you do or see online, whether you're at home, in the office, at a cafe, on Wi-Fi, or even traveling in other places. So that's pretty good. So how much does it cost? And have they changed the pricing at all? Let's head over to the Get ExpressVPN link here at the top now and find out. Okay, so it looks like the pricing has not gone through any significant changes, actually any changes at all. They're still offering the $12.95 package here as their basic monthly package. That's billed every month once you subscribe for their service. There's also a package that will be billed every 6 months at the rate of $9.99 per month. This package consists of an initial $59.95 purchase for that 6-month period there. And finally, there's the annual 12-month package that comes out to be $8.32 per month. This package costs an initial $99.95 to get set up with, and it saves you basically 35% versus the monthly $12.95 package over there. As far as payment methods go, it looks like you can pay with all the major credit cards like MasterCard, Visa, American Express, Discover, and others, as well as PayPal, even Bitcoin, and then there's WebMoney, and actually several more. If you click on the link, they've definitely added to that. I'll go ahead and sign up for the monthly package and fill out my information. Okay, so let me fill in my email address here, and I'm going to choose PayPal as the preferred method of payment. Let's go ahead and continue to PayPal. There's the $12.95 1-month plan. And I'll just continue logging in with my PayPal. I'm going to block all this off, of course, for the video. Yes, use my PayPal balance, and agree and pay. And here we go. It's taken us to our thank you for signing up page, and it's given us an activation code. You will need to enter this activation code below when prompted, so let's just copy it right now by highlighting it and clicking copy. Now, download and install depending on your version of Windows. Okay, so I'm using Windows 8.1, I believe, so I'm going to use this one. If you've got XP or Vista, you click on that one right there. If you need more setup tutorials, there's more setup links down here, but I'm going to show you how to download and install it. So let's hit download. And we're going to pick a folder just on my desktop and save it there. And once it's finished downloading, like mine has, we're going to find that file either by just clicking on it here or wherever we put it. I can click on it here and open it right away. Here's the setup screen. ExpressVPN, welcome. Okay, we're going to just hit install and move on through. And there's a menu that popped up for me there. I hit yes on. Alright, so it's got, yep, setup went through just fine. Next. And here it's going to ask where we want to install it. So I'm just going to leave it right there at its default location and we'll hit next. Install. And another menu just popped up. Would you like to install this device software? It's going to install OpenVPN technology. Yes, install that. Alright, now it's got click the finish button to exit the setup, and a button here, help make ExpressVPN faster and more reliable by sharing anonymous speed test info. You can do that. I just don't like to share info, and I'll hit finish. Setup is successful. Hit and close. So that's it. Now we're set up. Now we just need to open the program and do some tests and make sure that we're really hidden and anonymous on the internet. So what we'll do now is open the software, and let's just type in ExpressVPN here in my start button, and there it is. Or we can go to the folder where we just installed it and open it from there. So here, as soon as we open up the program, it's got setup. Please copy and paste your activation code. Well, that's right here. That's the one we just copied to our clipboard. You can either right click on it here and paste it after you've right clicked it up here and copied it. Just go and paste it in here. So I've got mine there. Launch ExpressVPN on startup. Okay. We can either let it do that or we can just say no, and I don't mind it starting up on startup, so I'll hit OK. Okay, you've successfully activated the software. Now we can start using the app, so click on that button. Now that we're logged in, it knows who we are, it knows we're registered. We have the option to connect straight through a New York server, or we can select another location. I'm going to go ahead and do that. Let's test it out of the Netherlands. Let's do Amsterdam here. So I'll double click on Amsterdam. And there it goes, it's connecting right now. And we're connected through a server in the Netherlands. All right, so this is all fine and dandy. Let's test our speed. I'm just going to open up a random YouTube video here. I'm going to open a new tab. Let's just pick one here. Official HD trailer for this video. It looks like the buffering is just fine. Yeah, it's already playing. It's already buffered completely.
7 feet.
And that's no problem. It's got all the way to here before it's going to try to buffer, and it's already going. So the speed looks really good. Let's just try let's just try a web speed test real quick. Going to speedtest.net here, and just going to load up a random server. And it looks like it is displaying Netherlands ads here, so that's good. It thinks we're way out over here. And I'm running on a 10 meg connection at my location, so it really shouldn't go over 10 meg speed. And there it is. It's actually up to 12 megs, 13 megs. I'm not even sure if I get this normally, but that's pretty good. It's definitely going as fast as my connection should be going. All right, now we're done with that. So let's see. It thinks we're from Netherlands through the speed test. It plays at the correct speed. It plays good non-buffering videos. Let's do one more test, and we're going to test it through ipllocation.net. Now what this is going to do is it's just going to try to figure out where we are. And right now it thinks this is our IP address, and it shows that we're connected from the Netherlands, so it does think we're coming through the Netherlands on all of these different geolocation data results. That's good. That's a good sign right there. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is a DNS leak test. Now, what a DNS leak is if you go to www.whatever.com in your browser and you hit enter, it's going to send that address into a DNS server, and it's going to translate it into an IP address or a number. And what you may not know is that while this is happening in the background, your VPN service may not necessarily be hiding that kind of connection, thus leaving you exposed. So we're going to check that now, and we're going to go ahead and see if we're really still hiding through all those little connections that are happening in the background. In our previous review video, it showed us that ExpressVPN was indeed masking our DNS resolution before as well. So let's go up to www.dnsleaktest.com. And here it is. It thinks we're from the Netherlands as well. I'm going to run a standard test first. And there it is. It's still showing that we're coming through the Netherlands. Let me back up and run an extended test. This just runs through a couple more servers. You can see it doing that here. And that's it. All of the results came back that I am still coming from the Netherlands. So it looks like the ExpressVPN software is still doing an excellent job masking our connections through IPlocation.net, and now the DNS leak has also been masked. So that's good. Let's take a closer look at the program itself here and go through it a little bit. It shows us we can refer friends to ExpressVPN so that both of us get a free month. We can click Get Started for that. I'm going to go up here to More and see what's in our menu here. Location Picker, Speed Tests, Help. There's the support website and the Contact Us. Diagnostics. You can view diagnostics. I'm not even sure what that would be. And you can close the program. Let's disconnect and see all the different locations we can connect through. Let's click on our Select Another Location button. And notice we've got a whole drop down here for the US. All these different servers here. And this is the recommended list. We've got one server recommended for each of these countries. There's by region, so I can sort them here by region. There's a whole bunch, it looks like. A couple more in India. Let's go to Europe. The United Kingdom has a bunch there. So this is how you access all the different ones that we saw on the website a moment ago. What is the context menu down on the system clock going to give us? Just have show. That'll bring up the program again from wherever it may be hiding. We've also got quit, options, help, and the connect or probably disconnect button. Let's go with the options. Okay, so in here we've got settings for, let's check out the general first. So we've got launch on Windows Startup. We can make it start when your computer boots up. Connect to the last used location when ExpressVPN is launched. We don't necessarily want to do that, but that's a good option. To connect to the same server you're used to masking from. Network lock enables ensures that your internet traffic goes through ExpressVPN's secure tunnel and stops all traffic if ExpressVPN disconnects unexpectedly. I'm sure that is a pretty good option to leave checked. And then there's switch accounts, enter new activation code, buy another subscription, all that stuff. You can even do the refer a friend button here through the option as well. Let's go to the protocols. Choose protocol automatically. This is going to automatically pick the protocol most appropriate for your network, and they recommend using this setting unless you specify you want a different protocol. And there's OpenVPN protocols here, UDP OpenVPN, there's a TCP OpenVPN, proxy settings to auto-detect your proxy, there's L2TP and IPsec settings, and PPTP and SSTP settings for those of you who are familiar with the more advanced settings available to you. And there's also an advanced tab, only use ExpressVPN DNS servers while connected to the VPN. And this is quite possibly why it was able to mask our DNS leak a minute ago. Diagnostic data, this is again that menu I unchecked when I first started to send speed test data and information. And one of the tips that it gave us earlier that I wanted to point out is it says, next time you shop online, try connecting to different server locations in a few different countries to scout for better deals. I thought that was pretty interesting to know. Now, one of the things I wanted to point out, when you get your email, you'll get an instant email once you sign up, and it seems to have given you your activation code to get started before it really gives you a password, but that password is in your email, so that's what I'm copying here so I can go ahead and log back into the website with it. And I'll go ahead and sign in now. So it's going to bring us straight to our renewal page, our payment method. It's just showing us what we've got going on here with the account and that we are registered and when it's going to expire. That is under the My Subscriptions tab. Again, this is the first page it brings you to. Also wanted to point out, here's the little We're Online chat button. It seems to have disappeared around 4 a.m. in the morning when I was first starting the video, but it's back. Add a credit card. You can add credit card information. There's My Payments. It'll show you when you paid. The Refer Friends deal, again, is right here. You can type in somebody's email, and both of you will get a free 30 days if they accept it, maybe if they sign up. Yeah, friends who sign up will give you a free month, both of you. Refer Friend, all right, DNS settings. Here's where you can you can register your IP address, automatically register IP address, all these different things for your extra DNS settings you may want to set up. And of course, you can change that goofy random password that it gave you because it's just a bunch of random letters. And that's pretty much it. Let's go back to log out and go to the main page and see if I've not covered anything. The only thing I didn't really cover is the blog page that they have. If you want to stay up to date on the latest things going on with the VPN world, I'm sure this page might be of help. All in all, ExpressVPN has been fast. There was no buffering for our videos when we tried to view something on YouTube. It was easy to install, and with more locations to choose from and the ability to utilize the service on all platforms such as Apple's iOS and Windows, Android, and the Linux OS, you have no problems getting started no matter what you're trying to use. Same great prices, same great service, a new look, and a new informative video there to watch on the